Hey, what's happening, babies? It's finally a glorious sunny morning, something we've rarely ever seen in the past frickin' 3 months. Coming to you not live from Hochelaga here in Montreal. A little bit windy though, it's like -6 before the wind. I was really gonna do this tomorrow morning, the 5th of January, but it's supposed to be like -20 with the wind chill factor tomorrow, even though the wind would have been coming from the south, moving a storm system close to here, but not enough probably to make any serious snow removal for the time being. But yeah, I just finished yesterday this 59 Eldorado Baritz, a vintage Monogram kit. Very happy with it, looking very sweet in the morning sun here. This is the third one actually I built. The other two I built back in the 90s, like this guy here. And I really hope those people, like, they get the hell out of here sometime soon because they're throwing me off. I really didn't think there's going to be anybody here. They're freaking -6 Celsius in the morning. Just like 10 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, I'm going to try to block them out and talk even louder. So, now, being broadcast as I am due to inflation and what I do during the year, last year, 2023, I got this kit along with a whole bunch of others from a friend of mine. Made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I had some leftover black paints, so I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go buy any more paint, you know. The interior, the red interior, it's all painted by hand, as you can see. And on top of that, I thought that actually I was going to. My train of thought is already being thrown off here completely. Anyway, the paint, as you can see, it's not perfect at all, but it's very cool. It looks great. I'm thrilled with it. And I learned a few things from compared to this one that I made like 30 years ago. And as you can see, this one doesn't have the door handles on it like this one either, because I was going to put them on there on this one with the mirror, but I'm like, what the hell for? Like my Monogram 59 Impala, they just break right off anyway, so yeah. And just to show you a little bit there, the motors, 390 V8, 325 horsepower. Hard to show you this wearing these thick gloves though, really, you know. So this is, so yeah, I was building this guy last, or a week, days ago, and it occurred to me, I'm like, why don't I just show all of these guys in one video outside, because the only one that's ever been outside is this Ecto 1 that I did, I think in 2017, I think. And I made it look like how Ecto 1 looked in the Ghostbusters Part 2 when she's all rough and everything. And I really convinced somebody there who did the Afterlife Ghostbusters that they probably got this from me. So I didn't take that from them, by the way. Now, these two guys, they're die casts. I didn't build these, okay? If you're wondering why, like, they look perfect. This one I've had for probably 30 years. My mom bought this to me as a gift almost 30 years ago. That's a Danbury Mint kit. Okay. This one is a Franklin Mint. And that one actually I bought, I think, the year my dad died. I had an inheritance. And anyway, whatever. Just long story short, I blew it all. And so which one's better? This one is better overall in terms of, the accuracy. But this one's very good too. And now I'm going to pause this a moment, and I'm going to turn them around. So, now if you're not familiar with who I am, I've been a classic car fanatic since I was a kid. It's a disease. It's a sickness. So, over the years when I was a kid, I see some clouds coming in. That's not too bad. Anyway, so as I was growing up, my favorite car was this or the 58 Oldsmobile, but actually in recent years I've come to realize it really is the 59 Cadillac. To me, it is the all and be and all of cars. It is the absolute example of American exuberance and excess, and the sign of the times in the 50s when anything was possible, and no expense spared, basically. And the, of course, iconic tail fins designed from the Harley Earl studios at General Motors at that time. Did they even know at that time that they were making probably the most epic and not fundamental, but the most epic and unbelievable American car ever made. I mean, people love muscle cars most, you know, but a lot of people like me, this is their dream car. It's the 59 Cadillac. You can see that, unfortunately, due to moving several times in my life, being kind of, well, when I used to be more unstable, that you can see that the taillight lenses are gone on that red Eldorado Monogram. Once again, these two, they're Monogram model kits. These two are die casts, and you can see also there's a taillight missing on the red. This is a 62 series, by the way, and let me show you something else. Over the years, you see there's also a piece of trim missing. But this is really well worth it. Oh God, look at this ridiculous in contrast. Jesus, Murphy. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, stupid EVs. God almighty. It's not a world of men, is it? I gotta stop here and take a picture, actually. Yeah, so I was right. The wind is not actually that bad here, because you can see it's wide open in this park. And as I mentioned, I live just a block away here. And I'm happy to have done this. This is really what I wanted to do. I'm thinking about, you know, turning the cars underneath. You can see underneath, but you know, whatever. You're gonna see the X-frame. You're gonna see a dual exhaust. You know. But I have to admit, even though I've done this kit like almost 30 years later, this one here, I gotta tell you, it's not easy peasy to do a lot of these things, especially these end pieces with the chrome pods here, the tail lights. The tail lights actually weren't bad. This was tricky. The paint job was tricky too. Those are actually stickers, eh? The chrome lad in here, the going down here, and underneath, that's all chrome stickers. And the interior was easy. The engine was easy. The engine has a lot of parts, eh? If I didn't really show it well, hang on a minute here. A lot of parts in that motor, right? It's just like any luxury car, air conditioning and heater cores and cruise control modules, and you know. I mean, I think I hear those people finally leaving. That's one thing I hate about making videos. I never got used to. I don't know. Maybe it's because like I'm like autistic, but I'm very sensitive to noises, especially people talking near me. It'll just throw me off completely. I'm trying to, you know, concentrate. I'm trying to make history here. No, I'm not. On this graffiti covered table here. Oh, we might as well take a look here and see how they look with the fronts all shadowed. Doesn't look good, but whatever. You know, just for fun, eh? Just for shits and giggles. Yep. My little miniature fleet of 59 caddies. This one here actually, so those two, like I said, they're Monogram. These are die cast. That's Franklin Mint. Sorry. So like I said, those two are Monogram kits I built. This is a Franklin Mint. This is a Danbury Mint. These are die cast. And this one, oh yeah, that's right. The company that made this one is called Polar Lights. That's right. Incidentally, actually, I'm on a model car group. Actually on Facebook, and some guy recently took like I think it was AMT. They came out with like an ambulance type of 59 Cadillac, and they made like a sort of like a surf wagon hot rod out of it. And some guy made like Ecto 1 right before it was actually like a, you know, redone as a you know, was made like when they bought it, you know, like when it shows up there with Dan Aykroyd, and you know, it's like it's a project, right? It's all flat black with primer, and Bill Murray's like, hey, you can't park that here. He's like, oh, you guys can relax now. I found the car. He's like, how much? Oh, it's only $2,400. He's like, just needs brake work, brake pads, the suspension, motor work. Anyway, so that's it, man. Very happy the way it looks, the way it is. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope this encourages you to buy model cars and collect them and build them if possible, if you can. And that's about it, man. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.